Hello friends. It's great to see you here again. This financial series has presented an instructive and useful series on the topic of funeral insurance. There are several aspects of funeral insurance, and we will attempt to cover them all here. The basics of funeral insurance. Funeral insurance and burial insurance are other terms for the same thing: protection against the financial burden of ultimate expenses. Insuring for burial costs is one of the primary purposes of whole life insurance policies. The death benefit is typically substantially smaller, ranging from $3,000 to $35,000, making it far more cheap as a policy designed just to cover the aforementioned costs. Obtaining this type of policy is also a lot simpler than getting a term or whole life insurance policy. If premiums are paid, burial insurance does not expire, and it has a cash value as well. In addition, premiums remain the same for the duration of the insurance. It is feasible to receive insurance coverage without having to undergo a medical exam if an interview is conducted quickly. Funeral expenditures, which can quickly mount up, can be protected for people up to the age of 85. Planning and renting out a location for the service, purchasing an appropriate casket, as well as other costs can quickly mount up to a substantial burden on the surviving family members. How does burial insurance work? It's as simple as deciding how much insurance you want and who will be your beneficiaries in case of your demise. As soon as possible after the loss of a loved one, a beneficiary should contact his or her insurer to begin the claims procedure. A copy of the insurance policy, a claim form, and a certified copy of the death certificate may be required from the beneficiary. What are the benefits of funeral insurance? The most important benefit of funeral insurance is that it provides you with the peace of mind that the majority of the expenditures associated with the funeral of a loved one will be covered. Funeral arrangements can be taken care of without having to stress about whether or not you'll have enough money to cover all of the funeral expenses if you filed a legal claim. What does it include? A funeral can cost anywhere from $4,000 to $15,000, which is a significant sum for a family to come up with in a short period of time. In the event of your untimely demise, your loved ones can rest assured that your final arrangements will reflect your personal preferences and values by purchasing funeral insurance. To ensure that your loved ones have the financial security they need when you die, it is important to select a benefit amount that is sufficient for your needs. The following expenses may be covered by funeral insurance policy. 2. The service at your funeral. 2. Outstanding bills or expenses. 3. In the event that your family is in need of money right away. What is the cost of a funeral insurance? For this reason, burial insurance is frequently regarded as one of the more affordable forms of life insurance available. Policy amounts typically vary from $5,000 to $35,000 for funeral and burial expenses. When it comes to rates of starting from just at $20 a month. And the payments may be made monthly or annually. What are the types of burial insurance? 1. Simplified issue. Your health is assessed by the insurer using a series of medical history questions, but no physical examination is required in this case. Having a pre-existing medical condition, smoking, or engaging in high-risk activities may result in an insurance being denied. 2. Guaranteed issue. Medical questioning and exams are not required in this situation. This form of policy is more risky for the insurance company, which means that your premiums will likely go up as well. The full death benefit may not be available until the insurance has been in existence for a specific amount of time, often 24 or 36 months. This policy may also feature the option of modified benefits. Even if you die naturally before the waiting period expires, your beneficiary will only receive a fraction of the money you've earned. In the event of accidental death, full benefits are normally paid. 3. Pre-need insurance. A contract with a funeral insurance is required for this type of policy. There are particular products and services that are included in the agreement. And your beneficiary is not included in the payment. Is it possible for me to get my parents' funeral insurance? Many of us haven't talked about the cost of our farewell party, which is understandable. Preparing now can prevent families from having to deal with financial hardships later. The first step is to discuss your own goals with your parents. Is there anything in particular they are looking for? What type of burial or cremation would they prefer? What kind of protection do parents need in the form of insurance? It may be frightening to have this discussion, but it will almost certainly alleviate whatever anxiety someone has about what lies ahead. It's a good idea to prepare for adequate insurance to cover the maximum projected cost of the funeral, as well as any other costs, such as hospital bills. The following are the actions you must take if you intend to purchase final expense insurance for your parents. 1. If your parents are legally able to do so, you'll need their permission. 2. Their social security number and other personal information will be required for this. 3. When it's time to acquire an insurance coverage, having a discussion with your parents can make the process go much more smoothly. Finally, in this whole financial series, we discussed about the basics of funeral insurance. How does burial insurance work? What are the benefits of funeral cover? What it covers? How much does burial insurance cost? What types of burial insurance are available? Is it possible for me to get my parents' funeral insurance, and much more? Hope you understand and found this financial series more instructive and useful. Thanks for joining us. Hope you have a beautiful day.